Is it a long-term deployment? If you need anything, I can lend a hand after I wrap up my mission. That's good. Speaking of which... Stay safe out there. When we next cross paths, let's exchange stories.
We're good to go. Apologies for the holdup. Getting all the supplies together took a minute. The team had quite the shopping list.
It's not often we get to swing back to the conservation area for supplies, so we always end up hauling back all sorts of bits and bobs. Commandant, anything else you need to square away before we go?
It's a little memento. They hand these out to anyone who spends a few bucks or joins in on activities in the conservation area. Construction is really humming along here. After getting some small businesses off the ground, they even managed to dig into some of the local cultural traditions. There's going to be a special festival here in 2 days. How about it? Pretty cute, isn't it, this thing? I thought so too. The archaeological team that came here to study the local culture even helped it. It's restoration, not just repair. It goes way beyond that. Our full creed is to recover, restore, inherit, and then promote all forms of art. After all, things are much better preserved when they actually impact people's lives, instead of just being studied and then filed away in the World Government Association of Art's dusty archives. Almost forgot. Here, this should help you beat the heat. This is the flavor you like, right? Selena put in her personal procurement request. If there are options, please get this flavor. I want to try what Conductor likes. I'll leave your luggage here for now. And... she has no idea you're showing up yet. The team leader specifically told everyone to keep it on the down low. Oh, that's just grand. It's like something right out of a storybook. Why am I suddenly green with envy? Just pulling your leg. Here, take these. The keys and the camera. This camera is standard issue for folks on the archaeology team. I know you're here to back us up on security, but when in Rome, do what the Romans do. Getting a feel for our work and how we live won't hurt a bit. I've already synced the work schedule and map info to your terminal. If you run into any other questions, just come find me.
Well, I'm off. Wouldn't want to hold up the Grey Raven Commandant's crucial mission now, would I?
I'm documenting info about today's research subject. Have you landed at your mission location yet? Speaking of which, the room next to mine in the dormitory is still empty. I wonder when someone will move in. I hope my future neighbor is easy to get along with. Though, it would be even better if the room just stayed empty. Yes. I'm really hoping Conductor's mission wraps up before mine does. Speaking of missions, are you even supposed to be chatting with me right now? Of course. Let me get them organized and send them over in the order of my journey. This way, Conductor, you can get a little taste of the journey too, and hopefully soak in the good vibes. Since the Tory Gates cross beam had already rotted away, we had to piece together information about these ruins from documents and faint etchings on the stone monuments. But actually, we have this incredible scholar on our team. She totally guessed the shrine's origins just from the style of the stone lanterns when we first got on the mountain path. Yes, that's the one. What do you make of my shot? It's all right. I'd like to hear Conductor's honest opinion. Don't hold back. Then let's go together next time. There are so many places I want to see with you. We'll get our chance. I'm sure of it. Here are all the photos I took on my way up today. Conductor, if you want to see more, I can snap some for you after I finish work today. Not at all. Chatting with you is the best kind of relaxation. Although, my work hasn't really been moving forward much. Yes, I'd absolutely love to see it. I really want to see the scenery through your eyes right now, Conductor. Even though we're apart, it'll put my heart at ease. Did you take it yet? The photo you said you'd send? So, you're on a mission with other constructs. No wonder you needed to get the angle just right. Is that why she's smiling so happily at you? Because she heard your compliment? Let me guess. Your unexpected message must have filled her with absolute joy. Thanks for going to all this trouble. I really should be the one doing this. I didn't expect you to be the one sent here. After all, we haven't exactly run into any major threats. The archaeological team just followed protocol and put in a formal request for support after hitting some anomalies. Plus, since I'm already on the team, the request's priority level should be pretty low. Oh, really? Thanks. So, why did you take on this mission anyway? Surely it isn't because of me. Huh? Everything's all set up. Could you look it over for me? Keep a sharp eye out, and don't miss any suspicious details. This is precisely the problem our archaeological team has been grappling with lately, and the main reason we asked Babylonia for help. While working in this mountain range, our archaeological team has run into high-intensity punishing fluctuations on more than one occasion. At first, we were on high alert since such fluctuations typically coincide with large numbers of corrupted or hetero creature sightings. But we haven't actually found any hetero creatures or corrupted whatsoever. The few combat encounters we've recorded so far have only been against enemies that wandered in from other areas. Have you ever come across anything like this before, Conductor? I was thinking the exact same thing, but the archaeological team's work always goes hand in hand with risk, and we're also right on the doorstep of the conservation area. Without clear cause or danger, the person in charge isn't willing to pull the plug on the site. But just to be safe, they did take my suggestions to set up probes, widen the monitoring area, and asked Babylonia for help. "11 times. All anomalies happen between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Standard Time, fitting neatly into that 2-hour slot. No need to worry, though. After all, Conductor, did you feel that? I also...
Shrine candles burning bright. The palanquin brings a visitor to these mountains. Sacred music blessing a union as demons and spirits hold their breath.
Something's off, Conductor. We should... Huh?
You're from down the mountain, aren't you? You should get off this mountain quickly. If you're here to pray for good fortune and love, it'd be better to come back later.
What's going on here?
So many things are going on. I can't quite explain it all right now. Oh no. More people are coming. Let's talk on the go. Hurry! This way! Selena! I remembered your names. I'm Yunye, the goddess of union. I'm the deity you've been looking for. Matchmaking, forming unions, blessing contracts, you name it. I can do it. No, that's wrong. I can't do that anymore.
Does this have something to do with what happened on the mountain?
Yes. I got kicked out of the shrine by the priest. And now, I'm just your average fox spirit. Beats me. We were just playing together, but then, all of a sudden, he just coldly snatched away the Goddess of Union's divine token. Before I got the boot, I did overhear the witches gossiping. They were saying the priest wants to tie the knot with the heavenly path. Before I got the boot, I did overhear the witches gossiping. They were saying the priest wants to tie the knot with the heavenly path. But why? I just can't wrap my head around it.
Goddess of Union. Shrine. You know, this is the archaeological team's second time in Conservation Area 357, right?
It's a little memento. They hand these out to anyone who spends a few bucks or joins in on activity. Construction is really humming along here. After getting some small business, there's going to be a special festival here in 2 days.
Oh, and there's that photo you took today, Conductor. I just pulled up the photo for comparison. That stone statue looks just like her. I'm afraid...
We're here! Phew! Nailed it. Once you head out from here, you're home free.
Should we head back now, Conductor? Thanks for leading the way. Please, let us show our appreciation. If you don't mind, would you come back with us?
You bet. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't tag along. It's quite perilous for mortals to traverse Torii gates between realms during the witching hour. Take one wrong step, and you could lose your way forever.
Lose our way?
It's okay now. We've arrived.
Hot steamed buns! Only 3 coins for a full meal!
Matchmaking ornaments, blessed by the shrine priest. Only 10 coins.
Sturdy paper umbrellas, bamboo baskets. Come have a look. Check them out.
Led you astray? I'd never lie. How could I possibly have led you astray? There's only one human settlement nestled at the foot of the mountain of the Shrine of Union.
But this definitely isn't where we're supposed to be. Yunye, can you figure out where we came from and help us get back?
So pure. You don't have a whiff of the mortal world about you. Odd. You certainly don't seem like folks who live around here. Don't be afraid. This is spiritual energy, a gift from those who believe in the goddess of union. Even though the shrine doesn't receive offerings anymore, I can still work some spells with these gifts of faith. Let me see. You're from... Oh my, you're actually from the other shore. Oh no, this is really bad. Normally, that'd be just fine, but...
So the shrine priest swiped your offerings, and now there's some kind of nasty fallout?
Exactly! If that shrine priest actually ties the knot with the heavenly path, you're in deep trouble. When that happens, this whole region turns into his divine playground. The villagers here are already devotees of the Shrine of Union, so they'll be in the clear. But you'll never be able to go home again. Come on, let me get you out of here now.
The auspicious hour is upon us. Threads binding mountain and stream. Fates connecting heaven and earth.
Oh no. Please, no!
And now begins the wed!
We're toast.
You okay?
This is bad. So bad. There's no way out for you now. Not really. So, this really is the divine wedding ceremony then. No matter what, I can't let innocent people get tangled up in this. At this point, I'll put a stop to the divine wedding and help you make a break for it.
Oh, wait, didn't you originally plan to keep the shrine priest from going through with the wedding?
I had no such intention. Because... The shrine priest has always been good to me, right from the get-go. Before I became the goddess of union, I was just a nobody in a tiny mountain shrine. Offerings? Forget about it. Hunting was a nightmare, and every winter, I starved. It was the shrine priest who fed me, asked what I wanted, and helped me out in countless ways. Thanks to him, I got a proper shrine, and became the goddess of union I am today. Now that he wants that position, I should just give it to him. But you'll be stuck here because of it, and that simply won't do.
Conductor, how much of what it's saying do you buy? Just like when we got here, the communication module is jammed. I can't figure out why right now. Anything we can lend a hand with?
Huh? That's really not necessary. You two seem pretty capable, but it's a deity's job to solve mortal problems, not the other way around. How could I possibly ask humans for help? Just leave it to me. You two can just kick back in the village and wait for my good news.
Thanks for always looking out for us, Yunye. But you already went out on a limb for us back on the mountain, and now you're looking to take risks for us again. How can the conductor and I just sit here twiddling our thumbs?
But...
With some help from us, maybe you can get him to spill the beans about the reasons.
All right then, but you've got to promise me, if things go south, you'll run immediately.
We promise. This village definitely seems like the predecessor to Conservation Area 357. Their clothing and culture hail from Kowloon, with striking similarities, though not quite identical. The shrines, which stand apart from temples and Taoist halls, offer even more proof of this. Conductor, are you talking about my past experience? When I tuned into the red tide sounds and walked into scenes from the past? While there are some similarities on the face of it, the core difference is clear. I've already confirmed this. There are no signs of the red tide having passed through here. Given where we are right now, I reckon we could... No, wait, that's not right. The environment here isn't compatible with those modules. But if we try other approaches and something goes wrong, the constructs would be fine, but... Conductor, you might... Conductor. Are you worried I'm too much of a worrywart, Conductor? Shouldn't I be serious? I mean, I'm on a mission with you, Conductor. Yep. What's wrong? Am I not allowed to worry about you, Conductor? Oh, are these lanterns a bit too bright? I feel like you look kind of...
Welcome to my shop. I had no idea such distinguished guests were coming. Please, forgive me for not rolling out the red carpet. Oh my! I was just wondering why the summer seed flowers in my basket suddenly bloomed with such good fortune. It's because the goddess of union has arrived, isn't it? Is there something you need? You could have just summoned me with your magic. The divine wedding is approaching. A bride should stay tucked away in her chambers.
Long time no see, Miss Viola. I'm not the goddess of union anymore, and I'm not the bride for the divine wedding ceremony either. The shrine priest, he grabbed the token of union and plans to marry the heavenly path instead.
Is this for real? What are we going to do about this?
It's true. It's a long story, but in short, I'm here to ask Miss Viola for a favor. Did you get an invite to the divine wedding ceremony at the shrine?
Of course I did. Are you thinking of...
Could we borrow your invitation and your magic to get back to the shrine and stop the shrine priest from getting married?
Gee... The goddess of union once showed me great kindness, so I really shouldn't say no. But... it's not that I don't want to. There are just some complications. If you don't mind me asking, goddess of union, can you still take on human form?
Without my divine powers, I might still pull something off within the shrine grounds, but outside, it's a lost cause no matter what.
This is quite a hassle then.
To be perfectly honest, when I received the invitation, I had no clue about the chaos at the shrine. And having recently fallen head over heels for the Mountain Lord, I was hoping to use this opportunity to attend the ceremony and get a blessing for a relationship. Since it's about the divine wedding, I can't just decide on my own. So, after getting the invitation, I formally ask the shrine for permission and only start getting ready once they give me the go-ahead. Goddess, if you want to attend as me without the wedding dress, or a partner, the shrine priest will easily see right through it.
Well...
What if the conductor and I pretend to be Miss Viola and the Mountain Lord, and we escort Unier up the mountain? Could that work?
The Mountain Lord has a pretty different build than yours. Even though you, honored guest, have a sharper look about you, it shouldn't be a problem. My romance with the Mountain Lord hasn't really gotten around, and I never actually named him in the letters I sent to the shrine. Not even the shrine priest, let alone the other spirits in the village, knows anything more than what he looks like.
Well, then...
No way.
If you're worried about us getting caught, my frame, I can totally change how I look and smell to blend in.
Oh no, that's not it at all. Spirits rarely snoop into each other's business. Even if they spot something a little off, they usually don't dig deeper. I mean, the path of cultivation is long, and changes are perfectly normal. The thing is... being a married couple isn't something you can just fake. Marriage is a huge deal. It's totally understandable for Miss Viola and the Mountain Lord to want marriage blessings since they're in love. But Selena and Conductor, even though you're practically inseparable, you're still miles away from being an actual married couple. What's your deal with each other anyway?
Goddess of Union, you're not needed for the next steps, so please wait outside.
Fine, fine. Miss Viola has gotten so distant. She won't even let me watch her make new clothes. Out of the blue? Given how tight you are with Selena, agreeing to let you two play act as a married couple is already a huge favor. But asking Miss Viola to lend her own wedding dress to Selena? That's way out of line. Way too informal. With a little magic, it wouldn't take any time at all. I wanna see. Are you excited too? You two are so weird. This is serious and you're both acting like it's no big deal. You two are both fine with faking a marriage for something totally unrelated. Selena's completely chill about it and you're not even batting an eye. And you're not even fazed knowing the person you're sweet on is about to step out in a wedding dress. I just took a peek at your connection. Don't sweat it. I wasn't rummaging through your memories. Just checking out the bond of fate between you two. It all started with letters and grew deeper through a shared admiration of talent. You bonded over compatible personalities, and it all endured thanks to your strong characters. Your relationship is so romantic. It's just wonderful. Even better than I pictured. In all my years as a goddess of union, I've hardly ever seen a bond like yours. Now I'm even more confused.
What are you two up to?
Well, you've been itching for this, haven't you? Completely spellbound, I see.
Yunye?
It's nothing really. It's just, now that we're actually here, I'm drawing a blank on what to say. Oh well, never mind. We're bound to run into him sooner or later, so we'll just ask him for the lowdown when we get there. Selena, do you recall the incantation I drilled into you on the way here? Don't forget, you have to use wisteria leaves to complete it. And then there's you. I was going to use my last bit of spiritual power to disguise you, but you're quite a unique one. It seems your body already holds some serious wish spiritual energy. Even though I'm not sure who you really are in the other world, I've just woken all of it up for you. At least for tonight, you'll really stand out to the yokai, looking super prominent and powerful. Just try not to blow your cover, okay? I'm going to hide myself now. Get ready to head up the mountain.
It feels magical, like stepping into a legend. With spirits about to witness a divine wedding feast, just like in ancient folklore. Well, well, conductor. Who knew you had a playful streak? Guests from mountains and streams arrive before the shrine where lanterns shine. Reveal yourselves in courtesy and forge bonds through harmony.
I'm a shrine witch in service to the goddess of union. Greetings, honored guest. I believe I haven't caught your names.
I'm Viola, a flower spirit, and this is the honored Mountain Lord.
So you're Lady Viola. Please, step into the palanquin. The visitor's path ends here. The shrine lies just ahead. Please, honored guests, proceed at your leisure. I'm taking my leave.
That's quite something. Dear conductor. Please stop teasing me. Conductor, honestly. I borrow this ray of morning light. Doctor. The one sharing this beautiful sight with me is you. How wonderful.
Please forgive me for not greeting you sooner, Miss Viola. And I've heard that you wish to form a union with someone important once the divine wedding is over, Miss Viola. Could this be the one?
Yes, this is indeed the one I adore.
You are most merciful. Your esteemed presence tonight truly honors our humble shrine. But
Do you have any other questions, priest?
I wouldn't dream of it, Miss Viola. It's an immense honor for the Shrine of Union to have both of you here. I wouldn't have it any other way, and I certainly wouldn't dare to harbor any doubts. Meeting you both today, I can't help but admire you. The awareness you two show is truly commendable.
What are you getting at?
Is it possible you two have never given a thought to the barrier between you? Miss Viola, even with some progress in your spiritual journey, your lifespan only stretches to a few hundred years. This Mountain Lord, though, is quite something. A form woven from spiritual energy, divine magic at his fingertips, and an aura that is just beyond us. You can't help but feel he's on a completely different plane. Despite such a huge gulf between you, you've still decided to join forces. How can you not admire that?
Priest, do you really think status and how long someone lives stand in the way of love?
In my humble opinion, yes and no. I just have to ask. Down the line, when one of you is still in their prime and the other is getting on in years, the mere thought sends shivers down my spine, and I can't even bear to think about it further. How do you two see that playing out? And what's your take on all this, esteemed one? When Miss Viola's beauty fades and age withers her form, will you still hold her with the same devotion? Your heart unwavering? These words heavy as a mountain, yet they flow from your lips with such ease. I suppose only someone of your caliber could manage that. However, I must be so bold as to ask one more question. Have you considered that Miss Viola's entire lifetime will be but a fleeting, insignificant moment in your long years of existence? Please, enlighten me with your thoughts, esteemed one. Your quick thinking really impressed me. Miss Viola, you've certainly found an exceptional partner in this one. I'm so sorry for prying earlier. It really wasn't my place. Please, head to the shrine and get some rest. I won't intrude on your present moment with Miss Viola any longer.
I'm fine, conductor. I was just thinking about the question he asked earlier. No, I never give it much thought because, for me, a future is way too much of a luxury. But seeing you again, happiness creeps in so fast, I completely forget about certain distant realities. I get that some things are better left unsaid, and bringing them up now probably won't do much good, but... Years from now, when one of us stays exactly the same while the other gets old and frail, even then, conductor, will you still be set on sticking by my side? You really ought to think this through, conductor. A promise made in the Shrine of Union is set in stone.
You actually did it!
Is it safe for you to show your true form right now?
Don't sweat it. This is where I first got my worship, so coming back here means I'm as safe as houses. And once we get our hands on that object, I can reclaim my spot as the Goddess of Union.
The sacred token is a bell? I figured it'd be something like a knotted cord or a handkerchief.
Heh, bet you didn't see that coming, did you? Because, you see...
Because this was my very first gift to Yunye, and the start of our union. You really shouldn't have latched on to Miss Viola's accessories. Not that it matters. I can always spot you, no matter what you're holding on to. And this person isn't Miss Viola either, right?
Rain! Why are you doing this?
Haven't you ever stopped to think why, Yunye? Of course you haven't. You always worry about everyone else, thinking of every little detail on their behalf. But when it comes to me, when it comes to yourself, it's like you don't give it a second thought.
I don't get what you mean. Is marrying the heavenly path really that big of a deal to you? If you wanted to cultivate spiritual power, you could have just told me. I could have taught you. You know divine blessings from worship can be shared with others too.
Never mind. You just wouldn't get it. What about you, esteemed one? Do you understand why I'm doing all this? Even you're giving me that answer? I figured you showing up here with your beloved partner meant you were on board. Looking back, your answer actually had the truth in it all along. I was just too dense to catch on.
Since you're so keen on helping Yunye fix things, go on. Make your move. Even if it's a long shot, I still want to give it a try.
Show me what you two can do. By the decree of union, thou shalt take thy true form. Reveal!
They're all envoys shaped by the power of wishes and prayers. We need to destroy them completely. I'm out of tune. Looks like I still need practice. Here's to the dawn of offer this song. The overture is done. Time for the main movement. A bit of more. Offer this song. Go, conductor. Let me handle the curtain call. I'm out of tune. Looks like I still need practice. modulated.
What is this obsession behind you? Why must you pursue?
People, I didn't think you would be the one asking this.
Here's to the dawn light and morning dew. Offer this song. The overture is done. Time for the main movement. Go, conductor. Let me handle the curtain. The overture is done. Time for the main movement. A bit of improvisation. A bold, defiant bloom. It's over now.
I expected no less from you, esteemed one.
The breeze and stars are perfect tonight. I await your return.
Still not enough. So be it. Whether you want to kill me or skin me alive, it's totally up to you. But I was the one who started everything. Please, spare Yunye and the devotees of the Shrine Union.
We don't understand what you're talking about.
You've pushed me to my breaking point, and you still want to make fun of me? With a body built on pure spiritual energy, powers tied directly to the divine, and such an extraordinary presence. If you're not the heavenly path itself, walking among us, then who else could you possibly be? I took your presence in this form as a tacit approval of my actions, which is why I was bold enough to make my request. Earlier, at the shrine entrance, I asked if gods and mortals could truly share a lasting bond. If that's even possible, then my despicable actions will not have been for nothing.
Rain, what are you getting at? I don't understand.
When you talked about how even celestial beings hold on to their original devotion, and you mentioned cherishing every moment, I thought you were telling me to savor these final moments before I step into the Goddess of Union's shoes for the divine wedding. I never imagined that you were actually telling me that even though there's a huge gap between the heavenly path and the Goddess of Union, like the difference between gods and mortals, that they can still fall in love, and that I shouldn't interfere or judge their relationship.
Why are you two staring at me? What's going on?
So I'm just getting ahead of myself again.
Oh my gosh! Why are you talking so weird? What in the world is happening? Spill it. I'm absolutely on pins and needles here.
The priest didn't take over the divine position because he wanted to be worshipped. He did it because he was terrified Yunie would meet a horrible end if she married the heavenly path. No matter how hard the conductor and I try, even if we stop you, we can't undo the damage from the battle's aftermath. But what if we use a different stage? What if we use a completely isolated stage? Whatever happens there, no audience gets hurt. Because even a flower wants to shield the one it cherishes from wind and rain. Conductor has been through enough. A story that can end behind the scenes shouldn't be brought to light, since the ending is already set.
Is that so?
You... For decades, you've talked like a seasoned pro whenever marriage or destiny comes up. You're all about teaching caution, urging people to really think things over, to pick apart every last detail. But do you honestly understand yourself? Do you grasp the cost of tying the knot with the heavenly path? Have you even spared a thought for what your life would be like afterward?
Of course I have.
No. You haven't given it a moment's thought. If you had, you would have seen right through me.
I'm sorry. I just thought...
Since you're not the Heavenly Path's avatar in this world, please, gather your friend and Yunye and leave the shrine. If you can, please also round up the other spirits living here. With the divine wedding ceremony a failure, divine punishment will follow. And when it hits...
No! No divine punishment! I can do it. I can marry the Heavenly Path. Rain! Don't!
Honestly, seeing you like this truly makes me wonder if setting you free was such a good idea after all. If my plan goes south, the backup plan means you'd be sacrificed. So what difference does it make whether I do it or not? Don't worry. I will face the divine punishment alone.
But is there really no other way?
What's done is done, and I have to live with the consequences. You all should leave now.
Mr. Rain, if you have any way to avoid the coming disaster, please just tell us outright.
Now of all times, you... Now of all times, you...
There is a way, and it's not hard, but it's too much to ask. I'm just too ashamed to bring it up. Please, you all should clear out now. If you linger much longer, you'll be too late. You're spot on, esteemed one. Right. I've got to clean up the mess I made with my own wishful thinking. Honestly, the method isn't complicated. Even if you're not a walker of the heavenly path, the sheer power of spiritual energy swirling inside you already blows any ordinary deity out of the water. If you're willing to swallow a bit of pride and tie the knot with Miss Selena here, I can sacrifice part of my lifespan and good fortune as extra offerings to get the ceremony done.
You must have already figured out that we're not who you think we are.
I beg to differ. No matter your name or identity, the power of spiritual energy that fills your very being is undeniable. That's the real deal. The true essence that only those with immense virtue and incredible deeds under their belt can reveal. Otherwise, I wouldn't have recognized it. If you're willing to help, not only do we dodge divine punishment, but Yunye will also be spared from marrying the heavenly path.
Well... a married couple isn't something you can just fake. Marriage is a huge deal. It's totally understandable for Miss Viola and the Mountain Lord to want marriage blessing, even though you're practically inseparable. What's your deal with each other anyway?
Please keep your movements to a minimum, esteemed one.
Conductor, you look so cute when you're all helpless and at someone else's mercy.
That completes the drawings. Please wait a moment while Rain and I get the ritual items.
You okay? Are you really that uncomfortable? Actually, so am I. It's all happening so fast, even though I've been wanting this. I mean, even though I've kind of seen this coming, it still feels a bit surreal. I'm just thinking about that question Yunye brought up earlier. Conductor, what exactly are we to each other now? Shh. Keep it to yourself. Let me just hold on to a sliver of doubt. As long as tonight's marriage isn't just for show or out of duty, that's all I need.
I'm back, huh? What are you two up to? No need to rush the romance now. You'll have tons of chances later.
No, it's not like that. How do I use this?
Just place your hands on it, one of you on each side, pressing against the mirror.
Conductor, you can think about our relationship
and decide what it means to you.
Now, step into the mirror.
I can't remember clearly anymore.
Two families joining in marriage, a covenant sealed in one hall. It's a special bond, forever forged a union equally celebrated. Just look at the wisteria blooming so lavishly today. It's perfect for hearth and home. We foresee that in the years ahead, your descendants will multiply, and your prosperity will truly blossom. Solemn vows to grow old together, written on ceremonial paper, and the pledge of the red wreath, clearly recorded in the register of faithful love.
Conductor. I love you. Conductor, are you there? I worry that my dance doesn't express my feelings. So allow me to do it again. I ask not for devotion, nor for promises of forever. I only desire connection. This precious time, where your gaze meets mine.